Good to see you. Today, we are going to discuss how to choose a mentor in 5 steps. The right mentor can help you choose attainable professional goals and reach those goals with personalized guidance. Many professional and personal factors can influence how well a mentor relationship works. Considering these factors and researching how potential mentors can help you is an important part of finding a great match. In this article, we discuss several techniques for finding a mentor that is right for you. So first, what is a mentor? A mentor is an experienced professional in your desired field who has achieved success and is willing to build a working relationship with you. They can help you achieve your personal career goals through a connection built on common values and personal compatibility. Personality compatibility. Mentors can be managers, more experienced coworkers, former professors, and professionals in your network. Why you should work with a mentor. There are many advantages to having a professional mentor, including feedback and guidance. A mentor can shape your personal journey by giving you feedback and advice. Hiring assistants. When you need specific professional help, a mentor can guide you in crafting resumes and cover letters, as well as serving as a reference. New perspectives. A good mentor can give you new perspectives on a career and provide you with unique ideas and approaches, broadening your understanding and making it easier to respond to challenges. Professional knowledge. The knowledge you gain from having a mentor can give you more information about your industry and help you understand the latest developments and methods in different fields. I think these are all very good things that this author has brought up. Very good way of explaining what a mentor is and why you would be interested in one. Obviously, you're already interested in one because you have selected this video to watch with me today. I do enjoy having you here. Of course, you can click the link in the bio for any and all of my products, including if you want to employ me as your mentor. Okay, so how to choose a mentor. Several factors are essential in making mentorship valuable for both parties. Both compatibilities and differences are important to consider, and both can add valuable attributes to the relationship. By finding the right mentor, you can build a solid foundation to make this new professional relationship as healthy and beneficial as possible. Here are some steps that can help you to choose a mentor. Number 1, pick a mentor who shares your values and definition of success. When you're looking for expert advice, it's important to consider your own character traits and values and seek out someone who shares those with you. Some differences between you can help bring new perspectives, but shared objectives can enable you to build a strong relationship. If you and your potential mentor have the same goals for your work and your industry, you can more easily understand their approach and they can tailor their advice in specific situation. If there's someone in your network that you're considering as a mentor, you'll already know a little bit about whether the two of you are compatible. When you're looking to make a new connection, research into their career, professional connections, and online presence can help you make an educated judgment about their values and motivations. Absolutely 100% truly agree with this. When you are choosing a mentor, I actually have had mentors interested in me, but I have not always taken a mentor. Isn't that interesting? So I'm a very hard-headed person, as if you cannot tell. But I'm a person that I have had different mentors in my life, but I have had a lot of people that have wanted to mentor me. Some very important people in this world that have wanted to mentor me that I have actually turned down because of that difference of values. Because it's very important when you're speaking to someone that shares different values. They're good people to learn from, but they may not be necessarily good people to take advice from as far as the direction on where you're going and the choices that you're making. And so you have to be mindful of that. So I think that's a very, very, very good explanation that the author gave there. All right. So number 2, find someone who has attained specific goals that you are aiming for. So whether you're looking to change careers, move ahead in your current position or industry, or give your career a strong start, it's important to think through the specific goals you'd like to achieve. Once you know what you're trying to do, you can narrow down your pool of potential mentors. If you're working toward a specific job title, you might find someone who fills and exceeds that position in a way that you admire. If your goal is to transition into a new field, it's a good idea to do some research about the career paths of potential mentors so you can find a model. When you're trying to start a new business or work for a specific company, someone who has done it before can guide you best. And this is true, as I mentioned previously. If they're a person that has done what you're trying to do, if they share your values, you definitely are going to want to follow their path, right? They've already beaten the path for you to be able to walk on right behind them, right? So they are definitely the leader that you want. If it is someone who what is that? If it's somewhere you want to go, they can tell you how to get there. Now, they might not tell you exactly how you get there per se, right? So they've beaten the path. It doesn't mean that you only follow right directly behind in their steps, right? Even twins are not the same, right? So, but you at least know that they have walked down that road, and so they can give you insight on what's coming up or what things came up for them. And so it just kind of gives you that picture, that oversight, or, that overview of what it is that you may encounter on your way there. So definitely agree with number 2. All right, so number 3, look for someone able and willing to build new relationships. Both you and your mentor need to have the same time and energy to build a new professional relationship. As your mentoring relationship grows, a mentor who is active in your professional field can broaden your network and introduce you to more opportunities. They should be invested in your success, which can help you develop detailed goals and the steps to achieve these goals. At the beginning of your mentoring relationship, you may want to spend more time communicating with each other, whether it's in person, via phone or email. As you become more familiar with each other, you may only feel the need to check in occasionally. Considering the time investment throughout the relationship can ensure you both are committed and willing to work together. Absolutely. Of course, all relationships, they evolve. You might start out as a couple mentors that started out, barely talked to them, and then they became daily friends, then it waned off again, it just depends. And then some of them you're constantly in touch with each other. It depends on what you're working on, how much assistance you need, that type of thing. So so it's a relationship, so it does evolve, and then also, because it is a relationship, understand that it can end. It can come to an end. You can kind of could have acquired all the information that the two of you will share, so be willing to understand that the connection doesn't always last permanently, but also it evolves. And so therefore, just be open. It's a relationship like all other relationships. Okay, so number 4, select a mentor who has differences that can challenge you. So it says, while compatibility is important, it's also helpful to think about how a mentor can help you grow in new ways. If you have a professional challenge or weakness, a skill you are looking to master, or a new field you'd like to work in, try to find someone who has mastered that. They can help you grow in that area by giving you the specific tips and resources that their own personal experience has given them. In addition to diverse abilities, consider looking for a mentor who has a different approach or background than your own. In a relationship founded on shared professional values, a diversity of experiences can help you both integrate more mindfulness into your professional processes and see new solutions to your challenges, right? So, as I mentioned in number 1, you can have a mentor, or you can take advice from someone that has been and is already where you are trying to go, or has been where you're trying to go. And they may not share values, but there is still something that you can learn from them, right? You don't want to discredit everyone offers something to this world. Everyone can offer something to you. As I think there's a statement, what is it? Even a broken clock is right 2 times in a day, right? At least twice in a day. Even what do they say? It's something about a fool, right? So there are a good one. There's always some sort of truth in every lie, right? So there's always something there for you to learn. So you want to be open, right? Being open and flexible. I mean, obviously, if you're looking for a mentor, you're already open. You're already seeking some sort of information. You're seeking guidance. And so as you are emoting that energy of seeking guidance, people and things will begin to come to you, right? And so in that, you are learning also to how to use your intuition on what things you want to take, and then things that you do not want to take and apply to your life. And so just be open. I think when it says select a mentor who has differences that can challenge you, right? So everything doesn't have to be wrapped in honey, some things are going to be a little bitter, but it still will fix, right? So you want to be open to definitely working with someone that is if they're already where you want to be. Trust me, they know something that you need to know to get there, right? And so you may not like what they have to say, but I promise you're still going to learn something, okay? So you want to keep that in mind. Those probably will be like short-lived relationships, right? Because you don't share the same values, right? But there still is something that you can learn. I mean, like I've had some scenarios where I may have been paying, like I bought into something to try to get some sort of insight. And so, from buying into it, I bought a person just popped in my head. That was a mentor. So because I bought into it, there was a set amount of time of how long that relationship was going to last. And I promise you that it was a great relationship. I learned a lot of things. I was able to see another perspective, another side to what it is that I was trying to accomplish and that I am still practicing today. And so, no, that was not a lifetime mentor for me, but I did learn a lot of great things. So, definitely you want to keep yourself open at all times. You're already seeking a mentor. Keep yourself open to someone that has differences that can challenge you, because the thing about life is that you're growing, right? So I think I've talked about this in another video where since we're not children anymore, adult life is simply about entertaining yourself, right? So for myself, I entertain myself with career and money. I love it, right? That's what I love to do. So you find your thing. And so in focusing on career and money, right, you create these things for yourself to challenge you and to push you into different things, because we don't have our mom and dad or teachers telling us get up and do this for each day. So when you focus on certain things, you kind of create that kind of environment where you're constantly learning and growing. So that way you, like my uncle said, you stop learning, you get old. So so you want to stay open, you want to be challenged, you want to get other people's input. You want to hear viewpoints that's not like yours. You want to interact with people that are from different cultures. You want to absorb and learn as much different things as you can, because then it makes you able to relate to so many other people, but also it gives you that unique twist that is you, right? It's just a part of becoming a better you, and your mentor is there to help you bring that out, right? And so some things come out by, you kind of being, loved on and kind of like praised all the time. And then some things come from making mistakes. Some things are pressurized. Some things are someone just asking you flat out, why are you doing that? And you're like, hey, don't talk to me like that. But then it ends up sparking that idea in you that causes you to learn more about you, right? So, not everything is good, as everything is good, but not everything comes across as, being sweet and honey. And I don't know why I'm focusing on honey. Maybe I need some tea. But either way it goes, everything's not always unicorn and roses and cotton candy. So, so I had one mentor that was just very brute, right? And I was young and ultra sensitive, much more different than I am. And even sometimes being a mentor myself, I've had moments where I've had to been, I've noticed in some people, like, listen, I got to be rough with you, you know. Even in my career, I've had moments where I mentioned this in one of my videos. I talked about how one of my peers, they did something I didn't like, right? And I have boundaries, right? I'm not guarded, but I got boundaries, you know, and it's like, hey, I'm very aware of who I am and how fantastic I am. And if you want to know, I can tell you all about it, right? But because I know who I am, it's like, hey, you're not going to talk to me like that. Now calm down. So there are times where you will interact and engage with your mentor, and they are supposed to challenge you at some point. They really are. They are supposed to push those buttons, you know, put you under that pressure. It's not always, you know, you're doing great and yay, yay, yay. Some days are, hey, don't do that, and this is why. And, you know, like some days they're just tough lessons. So I definitely love number 4. As you can see, I got extremely excited. So, all right. So number 5. And the final tip that we are going to discuss from this article on how to choose your mentor is actually meet with your potential mentor. So when you found a potential mentor, have a meeting to get to know them before officially asking them to be your mentor. A conversation over an in-person lunch or coffee can help you to double check your compatibility and see how closely their personality matches what you have found out through your research. This meeting can also be a great time to talk about what they're looking for in a mentee and whether that fits your personality and career stage. Absolutely. As you know, I'm the work from home queen. And so you may not necessarily meet with me in person, but definitely through Zoom, we can have some parties and you know, or FaceTime, depending on how we connect. But definitely before you engage in that relationship, before you hand over that dollar to make that connection with your mentor, or even if it is I as your mentor, you certainly absolutely want to take some time to get to know each other in order to determine how long the relationship will last, what the two of you are sharing with each other. Because again, it's a relationship, right? So and I feel like I should talk about this. So in my mind, we are all universes, right? And we are interacting with each other. And so you're here and I'm here. And it's like this little tiny little pie, you know, everybody knows the pie chart, I think. But that little sliver of time that we're sharing, you definitely, as having me or anyone else as your mentor, it should be a moment of expansion for your career. Because I only talk about career. I don't talk about your personal life. You know, some people have life coaches that, you know, do that thing, but you definitely should be expanding yourself. You should be learning something about where you're trying to go. You absolutely 100% should be learning more about yourself and what that looks like for you and where you're going, you know. And so you should be getting some clarity and gaining. You should be gaining. It should be a positive exchange. You should be bringing something into your mentor's life, and you should be, as the mentee, gaining from them as well. Okay. And so you definitely want to meet with them and talk with them and chat it up with them before you engage in that relationship, in order to understand what the expectation will be and what the goal is from your interaction. All right, team. I hope that you have enjoyed. I don't know why I called you all my team, but I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Hello, my name is Kendra, the official business renovator. Welcome to my page. I am so happy to have you here today. And I hope that you enjoy. Of course, feel free to like, share, or comment on the video, as well as follow to get notifications for when I upload any new information. And also the link is in the bio, where you can find all of the products that I would like to share with you on how to advance in your career. Some of you may know, and if you're new to my page, you do not know that I did recently release a book called The Great Promotion, where I discuss how I was promoted 4 times in 6 months and received a bonus while working from home. And so my name is Kendra, the official business renovator. Welcome.